From LEX 18, your official UK sports station for Big Blue Nation, this is BBN Tonight. Presented by Central Bank, the official bank of UK Athletics.
Hey, good evening, everybody. Tip-off, we're getting closer by the second here. You got Kentucky and Ole Miss, a late one, 9 o'clock. Of course, we're getting you ready for it. Welcome in to BBN Tonight. I'm Eli Gain.
And I'm Maggie Davis, and it's an important game tonight for the Cats, especially in terms of SEC tournament seedings. We're going to break it all down for you, starting right now.
Yes, we've got Mike Pratt in the Zoom studio. We also have an interview with Kentucky point guard Devin Askew. That's coming up soon. But first, buckle up, get comfortable. It's going to be a late one for the BBN. A preview of the 9 p.m. game with Ole Miss is tonight's Big Blue Story, presented by Baptist Health. Only the third time this season the Cats have had to play so late. Assistant coach Jay Lucas sees a challenge in 2 extra hours of the game day anxiety and jitters, but he believes the team will be ready. And to help you get ready, we're bringing in a pro's pro, so to speak.
You know we have to do that. Happy to be joined now by Mike Pratt of the UK Sports Network. Hi, Mike. Thanks for joining us.
Hi, Maggie. How are you? Eli, you guys doing all right today?
Always good on a game day. Let's get started. Jay Lucas talked about what kind of defense Kentucky will likely see in Oxford tonight. Since the Cats struggled to adjust to Florida's zone defense last weekend, Mike, listen to this.
And with Ole Miss, their kind of 1-3-1 is more aggressive, and they're out pressuring you a little bit more. And it kind of transitions back to a 2-3 or a man, so it's kind of a completely different type of concept. So, you know, I think with us having played against Florida in the zone, it's done something that will help us the rest of the year. For, you know, especially when you get in a tournament situation and it's a one game, you got to be able to change things at the drop of the hat.
Mike, Kentucky had gone through a stretch of games in the last couple of weeks, scoring 70, 80 points, and then Florida held them to just 67, couple of scoring droughts. How do the Cats break through this zone that we're expecting to see tonight and then get back into their offensive rhythm?
Well, they need to obviously shoot the ball better, okay? But really it starts with being aggressive against the zone. I thought for a large part of the ball game they were passive. They didn't attack the gaps, the seams. They wanted to stand and hold the ball. Against the zone, you have to make short, quick passes, have to find out where the gaps and the seams are after the zone turns. Now, this will be a different zone, as Jay Lucas said. This is a 1-3-1, could be high, trap high. It could be trapping on the foul line extended. They will fall back into a 2-3. And sometimes that 2-3 is just a matchup 2-3 zone. So there's a lot of different things that's thrown at you. And I think one of the reasons is that this Ole Miss team is not an offensive team. It's a defensive team. They want to keep the game on the half court. They want to shorten the game so they don't have to rely on a shaky offense every ball game. So I think that's why they play this. It's been effective. Florida zones confused Kentucky. It made Kentucky use up a lot of the shot clock. Then again, they started standing around. They were good against it early, not so much in the second half game.
Coach Lucas also talked about the team's lull going into the Florida game, which came following an extended break in game action because of the Texas A&M cancellation. Take a listen to this.
We had a little rhythm going, and you want to do everything to keep it going. And, you know, that pause and that break, and you kind of saw it with some of the other teams coming out of break, like a Baylor at a Kansas. You know, you just can't, when you don't have a rhythm and something happens, and it can be one game like the Texas A&M thing, it just throws you off, out of sync, especially for a team like ours who have kind of been up and down all year. When you find something, you have a little momentum, you kind of want to do everything to keep it going.
Mike, I think that's a fair assessment. Honestly, that's the first thing that came to my mind when they returned to Florida, is they were off for a week, so that rhythm kind of just disappeared for about 7 days.
You know, I'll buy into that one, okay? And let me say this. Athletes are creatures of habits, okay? And if they're used to playing any time but the 9 o'clock game, it kind of messes the rhythm up a little bit. It messes your day up because you have your day organized, typically like you've had it all week. But still, you've got to play those games. You've got to play them for TV. A more veteran team, like we see around the country, deals with these later starts better, or even an 11 or 12 o'clock start in the morning is completely different than your typical game start. So it'll be interesting how this team approaches it. You have to have a professional manner about you in all sports, college or the pros. You have to have that mindset. It's like, I go to work, I do this, I do that. No matter what time it is or who I'm playing, I know what I do best. I go out and do it. So let's hope the Cats can get into that professional mode mentality tonight.
Let's hope so. Mike Pratt, appreciate it as always. Thank you so much. We'll talk again soon.
See you next week, gang.
All right, and we also wanted to let you guys know we'll be getting you ready for the postseason with a special edition of BBN Game Day. The SEC Tournament Preview Show will air in place of BBN Tonight next Monday night at 7:30 on LEX 18. Check out ukathletics.com for air times outside of Lexington. And also news today, 20% capacity for the SEC Tournament. Tickets not going to be made available to the public, however, so going to be very difficult if you're going to be getting tickets. So just maybe get used to watching it from a bar or from your home.
Find your lucky spot.
Find your spot.
Don't move.
Don't move, and let everything just come to fruition. All right, coming up next on BBN Tonight, we're going to catch you up on more UK sports news.
Yes, that includes some impressive honors for players on the women's basketball team. You know who we're talking about. That's next on BBN Tonight.